Hello and welcome back to another video, my fellow commandants. A frequent question and video request that I get all the time is a video talking about prepping for the DMC5 collab. And I didn't have anything to work with at the time, so I would always respond with, we'll see. And now that we finally have information about the patch and we know more about Dante and Virgil, I can now feel confident in the information that I provide to all of you. So with that, if you like seeing content like this, then let me know in the comments down below and make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. On to the video. So before we go over what you will need for Dante and Virgil as far as supports and tanks, we're going to go over a bit of information regarding Dante and Virgil first. So from what we know so far, both Dante and Virgil are going to be S-rank attackers. And truthfully, I was a bit skeptical, since the last time they did that was the Near collab, and the team stayed OP for way too long. However, I honestly think that when it comes to the power balance, they'll be around on par with Lucia Pyroth and Selena Pianismo, respectively. Aside from that, we also know that by completing the collab event story, Dante will be given for completely free, which is a super huge win for all of us. Now when it comes to pulling, you can guarantee an S rank with 15,000 black cards. Normally. However, from what we know right now, both Dante and Virgil's banners are going to be discounted from 250 per pull to 175. This means that pulling one guaranteed Dante or Virgil, depending on who you're pulling, will cost you 10,500 black cards, which is a lot less than normal. This means that pulling both Dante and Virgil one time each will cost you 21,000 black cards, and you will have a double S3 Dante and double S Virgil at minimum if you do. But you may be asking yourself, how would I have ranked them up that high when I only pulled one copy of each? Well, dear viewer, with the hypothetical question, the first and second time you pull Dante or Virgil, you will then get a second copy for free. As far as I can tell, you can do this for both characters separately. Now let's talk a bit about weapon and cubs. Both Dante and Virgil have their own signature weapons and signature cubs, with Dante's cub being the badass bike that actually lets Dante have a unique interaction with it where he swings it around like he does in DMC5. Virgil's cub is going to be a spectral sword that when triggered will summon a spectral swords above in the air and rain them down. When it comes to weapons and cubs, I'm not yet sure if they are discounted, but let's just assume they aren't. In which case, weapons have an 80% chance, and if you do happen to lose to that nasty 20%, the next one is guaranteed. It costs 7,500 black cards to pull one signature weapon, so if you want both, it'll cost you 15,000, assuming you don't lose either. Now, cubs will cost you 5,000 black cards to guarantee the cub of your choice, and they have a 100% rate up, meaning if you want both Dante and Virgil's cubs respectively, you will need a total of 10,000 black cards or 10,000 cub tickets. I've been asked this question so many times, but I've always held off seeing as nobody had any kind of clue on what Virgil and Dante was going to be like or what you would need for them. So now that I finally have information, I can tell you what you should prepare in advance for the collab, specifically for Dante and Virgil. Let's start with Virgil because his team is going to be the cheapest. Elisa Echo is free in the dorm shop, and should be prioritized first and foremost unless you're planning to build the ice team instead. Now Rosetta can be gotten for free as well, simply by starting the game. As you progress in the game, you will unlock a couple S-rank selectors and a 6-star weapon selector. You can use these selectors to get Rosetta and her signature weapon for free. However, Rosetta is extremely old, and so I honestly think that you should try and get Hanying Solitude from the blue ticket selector. Now this blue ticket selector is located in the basic banner, and you can choose any S-rank available in the standard pool of S-ranks. This includes Hanying Solitude. Now keep in mind that your first time pulling on the basic banner has a pity of 40, and 60 every time after. Also, this blue ticket selector will reset in the Wither to Shine patch, which directly follows Shaper's Ripples. So I highly recommend you start playing PGR now instead of waiting till later, so you can prep and have the absolute best teams for the collab. Moving on to Dante, I recommend you use your second blue ticket selector to get Watanabe Epitaph, the S-rank fire tank. This is mainly because his replacements are abysmal at best compared to him. But what if you miss Shaper's Ripples and you only have one blue ticket selector? Well, that's fine because there's a paid S-rank selector that goes up to Naomi Star Trail that is permanent and costs 15,000 black cards, and it's available in the patch Wither to Shine. But what about support roles for Dante? If you don't plan on pulling Vera, you could always get Liv from the voucher shop, but that will take a long time. Your other option is to save a blue ticket selector for a couple patches after Vera is released and then get her from there, but I highly recommend that you pull her on debut, since she'll have a 100% rate up. Finally, as I stated earlier, Dante also functions as the ignition effect attacker, meaning that the tank you use with him is no longer going to be Watanabe Epitaph, but it'd be actually Naomi Star Trail, who is available right now as of the making of this video. He would be ideal for using in the Ignition team alongside Dante. I recommend pulling Naomi over Lucia, this way you won't have to use the selector down the line to get her. But what if you do miss playing during the patch Shaper's Ripples? Well, you still have a few options. There will be an S-rank selector that goes up to choose Shukra available in the Selena Pianismo patch, at least according to my knowledge. So you can use this selector to get Watanabe, use the paid S-rank selector to get Naomi Star Trail, or pull her if you started during the Shaper's Ripples patch. Use a blue ticket selector to get Han Ying Solace Tune, and either pull Vera upon debut or wait a bit and use your second blue ticket selector. Just remember that if you start after Shaper's Ripples, you will only have one blue ticket selector, so plan accordingly. Well everyone, that's going to do it for this video on how to fully prepare for the Devil May Cry 5 collab. Keep in mind that these are just my honest thoughts about how to prep specifically for this patch. With that information, if this video helped you, drop a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified of whenever I drop a new video. I have a Discord where you can join or ask me or other veteran players any questions you may have or just chat with us in general. Huge thanks to Narushio for being the GOAT and letting me yoink the DMC5 livestream footage from him and the livestream OST used in this video. Links in the description below. Make sure to go subscribe to him as well. So with that all out of the way, thanks so much for watching everybody. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you on the next video.